Loews Sapphire Falls in Universal Orlando. Is it worth the price?
We're talking about that on this episode of the UTM TVs.
Welcome to the show. We're going to talk all about the Universal's Loews Sapphire Falls Resort and whether or not we like it or not.
Yeah, we'll give you a couple pros and cons and who should visit this resort and who's it perfect for.
Let's start off with the first thing, which is the theme. Now, from the outside looking in...
Hold on a second.
Okay.
What is the theme?
Yeah. From the outside, it's very basic. It's a very basic looking type of hotel. There's nothing like a wow factor. In fact, I remember driving up to this and thinking, wow, I kind of wish we stayed across the street at Cabana Bay.
Well, Cabana Bay, the theme smacks you in the face when you drive into the resort.
It's nostalgia right from the start. Right?
You drive into Loews Sapphire Falls and you're kind of like, nice resort. What exactly is this themed after?
It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a very clean looking kind of modernish type of exterior that doesn't necessarily scream any type of theming. And I love kind of getting into and dressing the theme of the resort, whatever it might be. So I had a trouble with this one. Then as you enter the lobby, you sort of get it, but it's still, again, very basic. You're supposedly in a Caribbean sort of themed area. From the lobby, you have this stone turret in the lobby, which is kind of set in the back.
I think the lobby's very clean, very open. Has a nice open feeling. But here's the deal. If you have to ask the person at the front desk what the theme is, they didn't get it right.
It's very vague. Like, obviously, I knew we were in some kind of tropical place, but you're in Florida, so you're already used to having palm trees all around you. So that doesn't necessarily...
Yeah, we went to the front desk, and we were, like, checking in, and we said to the gentleman at the front, excuse me, what exactly is the theming here? And he went like this. He went...
He was bummed out.
He told us the theme. He's like, yeah, I know. We need to do a little bit better of a job making sure that the theme pops out.
A little bit more, because here's the thing. It is an overwhelmingly large lobby. It's very, very spacious, but maybe that is their downfall, is that it was so big, maybe it cost way too much for them to kind of dive deep into a specific theme from the start. I think as you enter the lobby, before you go even to the front desk, you will see all these chairs kind of set up where you can wait, but again, basic kind of chair and seating.
Listen, don't take this as it's not nice. It is very nice. Yeah. So just because the theme doesn't hit you in the face as you walk in doesn't mean that it's not a great resort, because it was clean. It was close to the Universal parks, which was great, had great transportation. So there's a lot of good things about this resort.
Okay. I'm just a big lover of a good old-fashioned ambiance.
Well, maybe if you're an adult, right, and you're going for an adults-only trip, maybe you don't want all that theming all the time.
Maybe that's true. But the next time, so let's talk about going through it. Let's talk about the pool, the game rooms, and the gym.
I thought the gym, this resort has had the best gym of any resort that I've been to currently.
Now, are you going to the gym when you're on vacation is the question.
Here's the deal. If I stay for 7 days, I generally go to the gym the first day, maybe the first 2, and then I'm out.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to look at. It's like a nice option. Like, what a bummer is it when you're in a hotel and you notice that some of the amenities, whether it's the gym or the game room, it's very, very small. Like, I'm talking a 12 by 12 room. You kind of automatically know that this isn't a resort. It's just a hotel.
And this gym had a good setup where the one across the street, Cabana Bay, great theming, bad gym.
Yeah.
You go into that gym and there's 4 machines and everybody's kind of staring at each other, working out. Very awkward.
What I loved about this was everything was kind of centralized in the same area. So the pool, the game rooms, and the gym all were in one big, big section. So you could have family hang by the pool and you could go work out, or your kids could go into the game room, which was also surprisingly large for what I expected. I didn't expect it to be so grand, and it really was. There was a ton of games. There was a ton also, besides the game room, in the pool area. There was a lot of games along the pool, which I thought was really fun.
Yeah, ping pong tables, things to do for the kids.
Multiple.
So if they're not swimming in the pool, there is still things that they can enjoy while around the pool.
The pool itself, I thought great. Again, tropical, Caribbean. I think it is geared more for adults, but it's also a nice sensory break from everything. So maybe it is a great spot to just chillax, watch your kids play, and you really don't have to focus too hard on what is around you. It's a lovely kind of beach area with sand and the lovely palm trees. How can you be bummed about that?
Right. In the rooms, they have standard rooms and suites. And on the website right now, it says standard rooms start at $202 and suites at $295. So that's pretty affordable for this type of hotel, the location and the vibe that it has. It's very, very affordable in my eyes.
Talking about the rooms, I thought that the room was a really generous size. And I've got to say, the one thing that matters the most to me in picking a resort or a hotel is cleanliness. And I thought that this was exceptionally clean.
It was. It did a great job of doing that. And again, the room wasn't overly large, but it was perfect size for two of us to hang out.
Yeah. And again, cleanliness, spacious-wise, I thought I would actually rate it as a 10. I am really hard to please, so maybe that's a 11 considered, because it really does matter to me. If a room is just a tad, overlooked, if there's a grout that might have missed a little mold, I am out.
Yeah, I think this is a great room too. If you are going to plan on going to the parks a lot and you're really just utilizing the room to relax at night and get a good night's sleep, perfect hotel for you.
Now, service, I thought also excellent at this resort. You can text, which is a wonderful option that I didn't even realize.
Listen, I generally hate texting, but I love the fact that if you need something, you just text down to the front desk and they get back to you that way. I do not want to pick up the phone and call somebody.
And you don't have to here, and it's a great option, and they're very, very communicable, and I thought that they were exceptional at any request that you had. I thought that they delivered, and they did it in a timely manner, which again is something that is really important to me.
Yeah, sometimes you stay at a hotel and you'll call down to the front desk and you'll say, hey, can I get an extra blanket or a pillow? And a couple hours goes by and you forget that you asked for it.
You do.
This one, we asked for a couple things and they brought it up right away, within 10 or 15 minutes, which was I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, and it was a couple of times we tried, so it wasn't as if this was a lucky start to our vacation. No, they have been very, again, gracious, very happy staff, and I really appreciated the fact that they were quick, because sometimes you're trying to get kids to bed or yourself to sleep and you need an extra pillow. The worst thing is waiting 2 hours, which we've done in the past, and that can kind of mess up your vacation.
Now let's talk about transportation to the parks. There is a boat that goes to City Walk, which then you can walk to Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure. It does tend to get a little busy in the morning, and that's because Cabana Bay also uses this boat as the transportation to get to the park. So it's almost combining two resorts into one small boat to get to the park. So that was a little bit of a bummer because there was quite a long line, but there is a walkway to walk to the parks if you do not want to wait to the boat. But it is a hike.
I'm not walking.
It's about a 15-minute walk from the resort to the parks. And on the way back, it seems to be a little bit longer because of the way that they make you walk. Now, if you don't want to walk all the way around the front, you can go to the resort that's right next to it and kind of cut through that way. But if you do follow the walkway that Loews Sapphire Falls wants you to take, coming home from the resort is going to take you about 20 minutes.
It's beautiful. It's a nice stroll, but don't expect to be back into your room very quickly because it does take a while. I'm a boat girl. I'm going to save my feet and use them in the park.
And a quick tip, you can wait for the boat. And if you don't want to wait for the boat and you're like, oh, I'm going to walk, it's faster. If you're going first thing in the morning, could you get in because you're staying on property? The line for the bag check for the walkers was it had to have been at least 200 yards long. There was a lot of people in line to check their bags before you get in. So I think waiting for the boat may be your better option, even though the line seems long.
All right. So I thought that is a really great bonus that Loews Sapphire Falls has, which is the transportation by boat to the parks. And let me tell you, it is a nice boat ride. Once you're on, it's pretty quick. They're friendly. And also the boat is clean. It's a nice experience. The music's a little loud on the boat. It's definitely not a Disney boat, but it gives you that excitement for when you essentially arrive, the boat takes you to City Walk. So you could do that too, not just the parks.
Yeah, and if you are, maybe you're a little bit tired and you hop in the boat, it's going to wake you right up.
Yeah, that it definitely will do. And all right, let's talk lastly about dining options. They have a bunch of dining options in the resort. So there's a Amatista's Cookhouse. I can't say that really well.
The breakfast buffet at the Amatista's Cookhouse looked pretty epic.
It's a great breakfast, although we're not huge on breakfast foods because they tend to be typically the same. This one was fresh and had some different options that I was impressed with. So I definitely recommend it for a breakfast if you're staying here.
And what I like too is, as a restaurant person, I love being able to see the kitchen, how clean it is, how the cooks are handling the food. So it's a very open kitchen. You can see everything that's going on, which is a plus when you're looking to eat somewhere.
One thing that's really cool here is they have a strong water tavern, it's called. It's rare vintage rums, your own rum specialist and tapas-style dinings for a really cool and unique experience.
Why is the rum always gone?
That is the question of maybe the show.
They also have the New Dutch Trading Company, which gives you like some sandwiches, some coffee. They did have pizza, and I am a pizza person. And when I looked at the guy, I'm like, oh, they have pizza on the menu. He went.
At least he was honest.
Which was quite funny because he was pretty honest.
He must have been from New England originally.
He must have been from New England. He did not want me to get the pizza. He maybe saw that I had a pizza shirt on, and he's like, you know what? Don't get it.
I know you. I'm not recommending pizza.
But they had a lot of options if you want something quick or something to go, grab and go, or some drinks or some coffee. It was a great place to go get that.
And then, of course, they have room service, or you could dine poolside, which I think is exceptional. Like, to me, nothing says vacation than grabbing a snack and a drink by the pool.
Yeah, or if you want to eat, you know, and it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just take the boat. The boat in the afternoon was not busy. Take the boat to City Walk. There's tons of options for you to eat there as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Overall, I would say you can't give it a 7. I would say Loews Sapphire Falls, if you put price, location, transportation, food, room, I'd give it an 8.
I'd give it an 8. I think it would be higher if the theme was, just a little bit more in your face, because that's just how I am. That being said, it might not affect many people, so I would say that they might rate it higher.
I think 2 cons of this hotel. The theming doesn't stand out to you, and they may need a second boat dock for those busy mornings or busy afternoon or late evening times when people are coming back from the resorts. But other than that, I thought this was, I would totally recommend you staying here if you want to give it a shot, and I think you'll have a good time.
Yep.
All right, question of the show. Is the rum always gone? Yes or no? Question of the show, because this is a Jamaican-themed resort, and they have a rum stairway that goes down. I'm going to ask if the rum is always gone.
That's true.
Why is the rum always gone? Question of the show. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.